Today I will be talking about Anita Sarkeesian, and for those who don't know who Anita Sarkeesian is, she is a YouTube feminist vlogger who makes videos about video games and video game culture pertaining to feminism. Now let me start off by saying that a lot of people have mixed opinions about her, as do I. Some of the stuff I can agree with, some of the stuff I think she gets wrong, she over exaggerates, or she just completely misses the point when she talks about certain video games. One of the things I noticed about Anita Sarkeesian is that she tends to over exaggerate in a lot of her videos when she discusses video game culture. She acts like there's some sort of nefarious, secretive Illuminati style plot by the developers and publishers to be intentionally sexist towards women. Now I'm not going to lie and say that there isn't any kind of sexism whatsoever in video games. Obviously there is. A lot of times women are, highly sexualized in video games. And I don't think it's, the publishers or developers intentionally doing that to be sexist towards women, as if that's the only thing they care about is, making, degrading women or being sexist towards them. Is that they're trying to sell a product. And it's just that's the bottom line. Literally, it's the thing that matters the most to them is to sell the product. And if they make a game and it doesn't sell, then it sort of defeats the purpose of them being a company. And one of the ways that companies sell products is by using sex and sexually related themes in their advertising. And me personally, I don't really care. If Budweiser wants to pay a hefty sum for a model to hold a beer in a Super Bowl commercial, I don't really care. It's, if they want to do that, then good for them. The way I buy products is I do research, and based off what my research leads me to, then I'll buy that product. I'm not going to be swayed by some commercial that tries to appeal to my emotions or whatever. No, I like to be a very logical and analytical person when it comes to making big purchases. Well, actually, beer wouldn't be a big purchase, but you get what I'm saying. Another thing that I noticed about her videos is that she rarely, if ever, mentions solutions to her over-exaggerated problems that she talks about within video games. And I think that's an issue because if you want to talk about problems constantly, you should also come up with solutions for them. And if not, then I don't see the point of continuously talking and complaining about problems if you're not willing to offer up solutions for them. And the only real solutions that she really talked about in her videos, or that I've seen in her videos, is that women need to be more involved in the development and publishment of games. And that brings up my next point. Since she's so disgusted by the sexism in video games, what's holding her back from going to a college or a university, getting her video game developing degree or computer engineering degree, and then creating her own video game? I don't see why she just doesn't do that. If she hates video games or the current status or state of video games so much, then why doesn't she just make her own? Another point I want to make about Anita Sarkeesian is that she makes it seem as if women are always inferior to men in video games. She makes it seem as if women are always regulated to being second class subjects to the male characters in a game. There's no such thing as a strong female lead character, and that women in video games are unable to stand on their own 2 feet. But if she actually played video games, and I mean that quite literally, because there's been a lot of evidence saying that she's not actually a gamer. She actually doesn't play the game she talks about in her videos. But I mean, that's a point within of itself. But if she actually played these fucking games, she would understand that there are quite a bit of female characters who are strong female characters that don't rely on men to accomplish their goals, such as Sarah Kerrigan, Lara Croft in Tomb Raider, Samus in Metroid Prime, Jill Valentine from Resident Evil, Bonnie, I want to say McFarlane. Yeah, Bonnie McFarlane from the Red Dead Redemption series. But if she actually played these games, she might know that, oh, look, wow, there are female characters in games. But since she doesn't really play them, she just criticizes them. How's she supposed to know? Another thing that I want to discuss is her YouTube channel, Feminist Frequency. She actually turned off the comments and likes and dislikes on her videos because she said that she received so many threats and sexist and misogynistic whatever comments towards her that she just turn them off completely. Now I'm 50-50 on this. You know, you have, since it is your YouTube channel, you do have the right to you know, do whatever you want with it. But the reason I'm a little bit upset with, you know, the way she handled it is that she made it seem as if the sexist comments on her video portrays the gaming community at large. Where me personally, I'm a very, very peaceful person. The only time I think violence should be used is for self-defense. That's it. I think that when it comes to dealing with problems and issues, I think there's always a peaceful solution to go about it. And that's how I think, and I think that's how most people think. And she also has to remember that it's the internet. And when you're dealing with people on the internet, specifically YouTube's comment section, you're not going to have a deep philosophical, mature conversation like you will with your grandparents about something. No, it's going to be a conversation like you would have in the 4th grade, you know, and the maturity would be like, you know, whose boogers are fucking bigger or something. I mean, that if you go to the major YouTube channels and look in the comment sections, it's literally trolls and people who are so dumb, you wonder how they turn on their computer and know how to use a keyboard. I mean, blows my mind away, the level of stupidity. And I'm not saying that everyone should be like me and have thick skin, because a lot of times it's hard, you know, dealing with people who hate you or make rude remarks to you. I'm not saying that it's easy, but you should never ever let, you know, some racist or some idiot discourage you from doing what you want to do. You know, I'm a black man in America, dated a white woman, and let's see, and I was bullied throughout middle school and high school. Never once have I let any hurtful comment discourage me from, you know, doing what I want to do in life. And I'm 2 years away from having my bachelor's in electronics engineering tech, and I'm not going to let some racist or idiot tell me that I can, just because, oh, well, you know, you people, this, blah, blah, blah. I don't give a fuck what you got to say. I'm Chris Hawley. That's what I'm about. And in closing, I do think that everyone should be treated equally. That's just how I feel. If you consider that label to be a feminist, egalitarian, I just don't care. Labels to me don't mean anything. It's the content that matters. But when it comes to Sarkeesian minded or style feminist, whatever, I think that one of the things that they need to understand is that the media and the way society feels about stuff, in regards to your own personal life, it doesn't really it doesn't really matter, in my opinion. If Fox News says something fucked up about black people, guess what? I don't care, because I don't watch Fox News. To me, it's I don't like them, so I'm not going to watch them. And the same can go for video games. If you don't like Grand Theft Auto because you have the option of having sex with a prostitute, and then you have the option of killing that prostitute afterwards, then and if you don't like that game because you have that option, then don't play it. That's really the main point I want to make in this video, is that if you don't like something, you're not forced to play it. You don't have to play Grand Theft Auto or Manhunt. You can play Pac-Man or Solitaire. It doesn't matter. The choice is yours. But don't take away that choice for other people. That's the main thing I think people should realize, is that, you know, just because you don't like something doesn't mean that it shouldn't be available to other people. And that's all I gotta say. Thanks for watching. Tell me what you guys think about the video in the comments below, and have a nice day.